Welcome back to another video, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we got a special guest, never seen before, one of one. Him.
I am him.
So what are you doing?
A little oil change.
Got the family car, dude, going, dude.
Dude.
We got a lineup over here. Good lineup. Now, in case you guys don't know, this is actually my dad's car. He's doing an oil change on my dad's car. But Fetty acquired a new vehicle. That vehicle would be this thing. Yeah, I know. Rough shape, isn't it? So we're actually doing a transmission job on this, clutch job on this, because the transmission's out. And one of the springs to the clutch actually came off, so it's in the trash right now. That'll do it.
That's crazy.
That'll do it. That is so crazy, dude. That does not like to move at all. There's no movement here. We are gonna have to order a flywheel because the flywheel that's in the car is currently damaged. I don't know if you could tell or not, but there's a bunch of scoring marks on the surface of it, and so it's not something you want to surface and reuse. Just get a new one. So yeah, picked this thing up for me, but then Fetty was like, dude, I'll buy a clutch and I'll buy it off of you. I was like, sick. So we made a good deal, and now it's his. Obviously 5-speed, as you can see, black interior. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Yeah, pretty nice car. So, and it's the S model. Anyways, I will talk about this thing here in just a minute. Let's see what Fetty is about to do. Did you get the oil done? I brought this for you. Here. It is just all covers. I can't really tell.
Yeah. Where's the cover?
It should be to the side. Can't tell.
No.
Let's see. Sorry, because it's on this side. I can't really tell. Anyways, we'll do this oil change, and then I'll tell you guys what I did to the E46, because there's a lot that I did off camera. So the first thing I did was I took it to my buddy to get the car aligned. You need 0 toe, 0 camber in the rear. And that's because you want full contact of the tire when you're drifting. That way you're not wearing out the outside of the tire or the inside of the tire due to camber. So you make it 0 camber, 0 toe. And in the front, you obviously keep a little bit of the camber, which is natural from the angle kit. And that'll give you about 5 degrees of camber, which is completely fine. And so you adjust all those things. Obviously, I have adjustable arms and adjustable plates that allow for a really good alignment for the track. And so that was very necessary before I took it drifting. Before I got to the second part of prepping the drift car, I needed to do a very important task. And it was a really nice day that day. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to tackle this right now before it gets cold again and don't have time. I always struggled at night to see, so I got these lights. They're kind of nice. They have like these tiny solar panels that charge the battery, so you don't have to keep putting batteries into them. And they'll point down and show me where I'm going at night, so it's kind of nice. So let's get these installed. Alright, so I want to paint this ducktail spoiler that I got. It's just the black plastic, and I did get spray paint for it. So being that it's like 50 degrees out, it's really nice, and I think the paint will adhere a lot better. I've wanted to paint it before, but it's been so cold the paint won't, stick to the plastic. So I think I'm just gonna do a quick rattle can job and see how it turns out. So here we go. Alright, it is all painted. Now it's not dry, but here's what the finished results look like. Now again, I'm not going for perfection, but it looks 10 times better than what it did before. You could see a little bit of orange peel, but that's fine. Again, this might fly off. I can get another one, spray paint it, slap it on. So it's inexpensive. I just want it to kind of blend in, look clean, and be one color. So I gotta get rid of some of this adhesive here that's sticking out, but very happy with how it came out. Literally took me like, I don't know, 45 minutes to get this done. So it's just a quick job and looks really clean. On to the next thing. So if you guys can see here, I'm rubbing pretty bad on the edges here of the tire, and that's not good. Eventually this will pop while I'm drifting, especially because the rear end of the car will squat. With all the power going in the rear, it'll squat. It'll start rubbing real bad on the edges of the tire here, and eventually it'll pop before I can even get like 2 laps in. So the goal of today is to either trim this down a little bit. As you can see here, there's a little bit of tire right there. Look at that right there. So we got to trim this up a little bit and then, hammer it in a little bit so that way it's not rubbing the wheel. So I ended up raising up the car a little bit. If you guys remember, I spun this down. So I spun this back up just a little bit, like literally 3 threads. And then I noticed that this is pretty thick, and it might be a bitch to cut. Not only that, but it's only like kind of rubbing, if you guys can see right here, you can see kind of the witness marks. So it's gonna just like, heat it up a little bit. I got the heat gun right there, and then just, kind of just bam, 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 mallet it, out a little bit. Not, an actual metal hammer, just a rubber hammer, kind of like this, and then see what happens. So my camera's almost gonna die, so I'm gonna do this off camera and report back to you guys. All right, so I just finished both sides. Here's what it looks like. So I used the heat gun to heat up the metal, so that way you don't, hammer on the metal and it's super hard. I also want to make like the paint malleable, that way I'm not cracking the paint and everything and chipping it. So just to kind of show you guys here. So I hammered it down, and then you can see I also painted it, so that way it doesn't get any rust on it. The metal was exposed because when you do smack it a couple of times, and from it rubbing too, the metal was exposed. On this side, you can't even tell anything has happened. It's still straight, which is really nice. But yeah, E46s are super thick. They have like a seam sealer in the middle of their wheel arch. They kind of make them very thick to, hammer in. Like on Corollas, it's super like thin metal, and you can just like kind of bend it easily right here. So it's very, very thin metal here. So, but yeah, I guess BMW really wanted to put some seam sealer there so it doesn't rust, but they still rust. I don't understand why they did that, but it's all done. I'm gonna put the wheel back on, take it for a test drive, and see how it does, because I'm tired of this rubbing, because it's literally like it is burning through the tire. And this is a lot thinner. The sidewall is a lot thinner than the top of the tire, and so it'll puncture this fairly quickly, especially when I'm drifting. I don't want that. It's just gonna, you know, it's gonna go through tires. So let's give it a test drive and see how it goes. All right, back from the test drive. It is definitely a lot better. It doesn't rub as much whenever, you know, you're taking bumps and like really, really harsh corners. It doesn't go like the whole time, so that's really good. You can definitely tell that it was rubbing a lot lower on the tire too, like right there, all those marks. Still a pretty tight fitment. I still can fit now I could fit my finger in there, which is a lot better. Before I couldn't, like maybe a credit card, but rubs a little bit, but not a whole lot, which is fine by me, you know what I mean? Yeah, this tire has definitely seen better days, but that's what it's all about, you know? You trial and error until it works. Next up, I don't like this here, so we're gonna have to fix that. I need new clips for it, and I might get like side skirt extensions. It's gonna make the sides look a lot better. The car's coming along. It's looking really, really sharp. So I need to do something about the back. The rear bumper is kind of meh. You know, it's got all these marks and shit. And you know, I thought about an M3 bumper, but their exhaust routes a little bit differently. You need 4 tips, and they're in the middle of the car versus 1 in the, you know, back left. So I don't know. I might get an OEM bumper and then end up cutting it in half. So we'll see what I'm gonna do there. Last piece of the puzzle. Small pieces. I don't think this is gonna go anywhere. So let's peel this off. Satisfying. It's crazy what a little bit of sun will do to your mental health. Just in general, what it'll do to you in general. Like, I just want to be outside right now, man. You know what they say, sun's out, guns out. All right, here we go. Put a little bit of pressure on it. Look at that. That looks good. That looks really good. All right, she's coming together. She is coming together. All right, it's been a few days, and got an event on April 4th, a drift event in Shenandoah Speedway in Virginia. So, gotta prep this thing. It's pretty much ready. You guys have seen the alignment is done. Both seats and harnesses are in, as you guys saw in previous videos. I did recently just put the harnesses in, black and this like gray silver color. I really like how that stands out, along with the roll bar and the extinguisher right there. So yeah, it's pretty much ready. I just have to clean it up a little bit since the wing is back there and it's all painted up. I just kind of want to detail the car before I put on the trailer, and I also want to add just a little touch. I got these extension for the side skirts. Let me show you guys how it looks. Here's a before and here's how it looks. Super happy with it. Just to kind of give you guys an idea. This took way too long, but I'm happy with how it came out. Now let's do the other side, because that thing is bare. Here we go. All right, so I got both side skirts done. Here is the outcome. It looks super, super good. Super happy with how it came out. Gonna load it up on the trailer, give it a quick wash, and load up the truck with all the tires and the tools and stuff, and get going on the road and get drifting. So let's get loading the Sequoia here and prepare for this drift event. I'm really, really excited. All right, guys, so we just made it to the drift event. I'm gonna end this video right now. We're actually getting ready to unload the car. Here it is. So we're gonna unload and start drifting. So you guys will have to tune in to the next video to see how the drift event went, and stay tuned. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace. Little bit of a junkyard run. I need to get this AC bracket right there off this AC compressor, because I will be using it for the Corolla. I want to get some AC running through it. So being that I have a newer engine on it, an 08 Corolla, it doesn't really have the right bracket to fit the pulleys and the AC lines and everything. So I need to get the right bracket and adapt it. So now I gotta find an Allen and get these little bolts out. So this thing is junk. This thing's seen better days for sure. It literally smells like beer. This thing is junk for sure, and kind of interesting. I almost wonder what the past life of this car was. I mean, I could tell it's got some nice bigger wheels, got the racing red paint on the calipers, dude, or the rotor, whatever the hell you want to call it. And yeah, it smells like Michelob Ultra. I love it. The whole thing literally smells like beer.